Alright guys, welcome back to another segment of Who Would Win? And this time around, it's going to be a tag team between Shego and Drakken from Kim Possible versus Joker and Harley from, of course, DC Comics. So, this is a tag team fight that I've kind of had rattling around in my head for a while, and I figured, fuck it, I'll just talk about it here. So, yeah, this is going to be a tag team fight, and yeah, most of you guys know what Drakon and Shego are all about, and most of you guys know what Joker and Harley are all about. So, this fight is pretty interesting because both of them have usually the female characters doing all the work. Harley and Shego are usually the ones doing all the manual labor in most of the schemes, while Joker and Drakken are kind of in the background, laughing maniacally about the whole situation. But when push comes to a shove, both teams would be in a matchup. And here's the big thing. Now, I'm going to be talking about a lot about this, and I'm going to, of course, I'm going to start with Drakon and Shego first, because I think we know what Joker and Harley are pretty much capable of. Drakon and Shego, it's a very interesting combination because, like I said, Shego does all the manual labor, whereas Drakken does virtually none of it. He does all. He's the brain, she's the brawn, and that's kind of that's kind of their theme. However, Drakken has been known to. He's not much of a fighter, mind you, but he's more of a. He has a few gadgets up his sleeve to use. That's kind of his thing, where he would use a few gadgets here and there. But he's more like, Shego, go! I'm gonna go hide in the background and cry. That's kind of his whole thing. But Drakken is known to. He has been known to carry some gadgets or some machine of some type on him. Not much of a fighter, but he is he's a thinker. And the other thing is that Drakken and Shego work as a team. Oh, sure, they argue. They hate. There's points where they straight out hate each other, but on the other hand, they work as a cohesive team. Like I said, they're the perfect combination of villainous brain and brawn. And yeah, they don't leave each other, they're kind of on the same wavelength in a way. They're very much, they depend on each other as a team. And yeah, there have been times where, he got broken out of jail and he forgot about her or something like that. But yeah, they always come back to one another no matter what, and not in an abusive way. It's more like, we kind of need each other, really. So, that's kind of the big thing with, Drakken and Shego, is that they work as a very functional team. The same cannot be said for Joker and Harley, where it's kind of the same thing where, Harley will do all the hard work and Joker will laugh maniacally in the background. But the other thing is that they don't work cohesively as a team. It's more like Joker says something and Harley will be forced to do it. Out of love for Joker or fear of getting beaten by him. It's not the same thing with Drakken and Shego, where if Shego doesn't do something Drakken wants, he's not going to hit her because he knows she hits back harder. So that's kind of the thing, is it's more like whenever Joker says something, Harley has to do it. It's not so much a team as it is Joker using Harley as a body shield. And sure, Shego's guilty of that too, using that for Drakken, but on the other hand, like I said, it's more of a partnership with Drakken and Shego, whereas Harley and Joker, it's Joker says something, Harley has to do it. So that's and the other thing, but on the other hand, as I said with Drakken, that he's not much of a fighter, he lets Shego do all the work. That's not the case with Joker. We do know that Joker can fight, granted he's no, martial arts expert or whatnot, but he does have a ton of gadgets and he does know how to throw a punch. You don't spend all that time fighting a guy in a bat suit and not pick up on a few things. So that's kind of the big deal, is that, Joker does, he will jump into the fight, whereas Drakken will try his best not to get into the fight. He will try his damnedest not to, get into a situation that calls for him to be in a bit of fisticuffs, because he knows he will lose. That's why he has Shego, and that's why he has henchmen and robots backing his every move. So that's kind of the big thing right here, is that, that's kind of the big thing, is where Drakken doesn't really fight, but Joker and Harley do. So if it comes down to it, he's going, But on the other hand, you have Shego, who is a metahuman, you know, incredibly athletic, capable of shooting, you know, plasma energy beams out of her hands, an excellent hand-to-hand fighter, and has a very high tolerance for pain. She has a very high tolerance for pain. She's been thrown off buildings, blown up, shot at, or stepped on by robots, you name it, she's been through it. And Drakken has too. He has a surprising level of pain tolerance as well. And you could say the same for Joker and Harley. Of course, we all know Harley is an incredible acrobat and carries an assortment of weapons, and of course Joker has the laughing gas and all of his other fun gadgets on him. So that's kind of the big thing here, is that, you know, both teams have a, you know, high tolerance for pain and have some incredible durability. But yeah, out of the two of them can fight. On the other team, only one of them can fight. But I'm not counting Drakon and Shego out at all. One thing that Drakken has is that he is incredibly intelligent. And that can be said the same for Shego. Whereas Joker is incredibly intelligent, but he lets his madness get in the way sometimes. And Harley, surprisingly, remember, she was a psychiatrist at one point, and behind that ditzy, crazy form, there is a mind of a genius. So they are both teams have a high level of intellect behind both of them. So that's kind of the big thing here, is that, you know, both sides have a level of intelligence, so they're going to be, you know, trying to outsmart one another throughout the entire fight. They're going to be trying to test one another and, you know, try to get the drop on one another throughout this entire fight on both sides. But like I said, the big key in this matchup would be teamwork. That's the big word here for this part, for these two groups, is that, like I said, Drakken and Shego work, despite, you know, how much they bicker and all that, they work as a cohesive team. They work in a perfect cohesive team. No matter what, they are at each other's side. The same can't be said for Joker and Harley. As we all know, when things go bad, Joker will ditch Harley at a moment's notice and leave her behind. So that's kind of the big thing here, is that, you know, teamwork is a working factor here, where Joker, when things start to go bad for him, he will, you know, up and ditch Harley, even shoot her to wound her and leave her behind. So that's kind of the big thing here with this fight. But like I said, you know, don't count Joker and Harley out as well. You know, those two are pretty dangerous on their own. Together, they're... well, we all know what they're capable of together. Same can be said for Drakken and Shego. So honestly, I don't know who would come out on top in this matchup. This is a really tough one. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you think Drakken and Shego win, put hashtag Drakken and Shego win and list off the reasons why you think Drakken and Shego would win in this fight. Or if you think Joker and Harley would win, just leave hashtag Joker and Harley win and list off all the reasons why you think Joker and Harley would win in this matchup. I can't really think of who would come out on top in this fight, honestly. But like I said, it's going to come down to teamwork and who has the better skill sets. And for both sides, it's kind of even on that one. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.